And we're live. Let's see where everyone is because you're not here yet. And you're not here yet because I wasn't here yet. Let me just do a little housekeeping here. I was busy working, putting oils, Egyptian oils together for people and getting them ready to be sent off. Let's see if anybody is here yet. I see some people here, so if you would please put your name in the chat room and perhaps share where you're from, that would be cool, just to get an idea of who's hanging out tonight. Hello, I see people filing into the chat room. Nice to see you all. We have Austin, Texas here. Fort Smith, Arkansas. Saskatoon, Canada, UK, Missouri. Okay, Melbourne, Australia. Awesome. Oregon. This is awesome. Pittsburgh, California. We've got people coming all over the place. Alberta, Canada. Very cool. Thank you for coming, everybody. And I am going to, as you know, this is a webinar on how to read angel oracle cards to get your messages from your angels. So if you were on the last webinar, it was about how to communicate with angels. And if by some reason you didn't know about that one and you didn't see it, it's on my YouTube channel. I will put it in the description below when this one gets onto the YouTube channel. And so you can refer to that one. And yeah, maybe I can just put the link on here now for people. Not that I want you to go watch it now, because I don't. I want you to be here watching this one now. But just because I can, I will get you the link for that one. Okay. And so let me just say, first of all, that if you are here watching this right now, you are watching it from a program called Webinar Jam. And after this recording is done, you will get an email with the link to this particular Webinar Jam version once again. But you can go to my YouTube channel, you know, within a few hours, and it will be there. The difference between the two recordings is you'll get the same information, but if you watch it from the Webinar Jam version, you cannot scroll through it. So if there was a certain part you wanted to watch and not have to watch the whole thing again, or if you wanted to go back and hear something that I said and repeat it, you wouldn't be able to do that from the Webinar Jam version. But from the Webinar Jam version, you can see the chat room. So I don't know if that's interesting to anybody, but that is where you'd see the chat. If you watch it from the YouTube version, you'll be able to scroll, pause, anything you want, but you will not see the chat. Okay, no big deal either way. You're going to get great information. So tonight I'm going to teach you how to read angel oracle cards, and I'm going to be giving away some giveaways, which is going to be these cards. Because I don't know why, because I want you guys talking to your angels and I want you to practice working with them. So I just want to give these cards away. And as you can see, or maybe you can't, they're brand new decks. I haven't even opened them yet. I've had these decks many times throughout my life, but I give them away. When I do my Etsy store, like when I sell my Egyptian oils and stuff, whenever I send people stuff, I send them a card. So I'm always, not recycling, but giving them away. And I just thought, well, I want to give a giveaway for this, and what could be more wonderful thing to give away than what we're working with. So I'm going to be opening up these cards, and hopefully you all have some cards that you can practice with tonight. And they don't have to be these exact cards. I did put them on the email if you wanted to get them. But these are some of my favorite decks, but I have a lot of favorite decks. And it all pretty much works the same way regardless of which deck you have. And so you can use whatever you have. I like the angel, or I have lots of decks of oracle cards and tarot cards, but I do like the Doreen Virtue angel oracle cards. And these are the Ascended Masters. I just wanted to mix the energy a little bit when I teach how to do the more advanced or multiple card readings. So another deck that I really love of hers is the Goddess deck, which I need to get another one of those because I really like those cards. I like working with the goddesses. Okay, why? Because goddesses rule, dude. They totally rule. So everybody, I hope you're relaxed. You have a cup of tea, some water, something to keep you satiated throughout this teaching. Because I'm going to make you really thirsty. No, I'm kidding. Just saying that. Okay. So what we started to learn in the last webinar. Oh, wait, I guess I should say who I am for people who don't know who I am. I'm Cindy Eyler, and I don't know. I went over who I am in the last webinar. I don't want to go and repeat all that. I have a great YouTube channel, in my opinion. Lots of great teachings on that YouTube channel. It's under Cindy Eyler, youtube.com/Cindy Eyler, or you can go to my website, cindyeyler.com, and find all my social media, YouTube links, all that stuff is on my website. Anyway, last webinar, I started talking about how to communicate with your angels, and I hope that you started doing that more. The way that you start cultivating a closer relationship with your angels is when you talk with them. It's like any relationship. If you're in a relationship with somebody but you don't talk with them, that relationship's not going to be a very bonded relationship. You know, you have to communicate. You have to express how you're feeling. You have to ask for help. You have to ask for guidance. And you do that in any relationship. So I want to just sidestep just a little bit and tell you that everything in life is a relationship. So it all depends on how your relationship is with different aspects of life that is going to determine how good that relationship is, how trusting that relationship is, how connected that relationship, how much you're actually listening to the other person or thing in that relationship, and how much you are interacting together. That being said, everything's a relationship. Your relationship with money is a relationship. Your relationship with yourself is a relationship. Your relationship with your car, your job, your business, everything that you attend to every day, you have some sort of relationship with it. And so it's really important for you to start paying attention to your relationships. And if you're finding something frustrating in a relationship, so say you want more money in your life, or you want more travel in your life, or you want more friendships in your life, but look at your relationship that you have with these things already. What is your relationship with money? Do you feel like money isn't around enough for you? Or do you feel like you've never been able to have enough money? So it's like, you've got to start talking to money. It's an energy. everything is an energy. So just like talking to an angel, talking to money, talking to your future, the soulmate that you want to have in your life, or the new friends that you want to have in your life. All of these things are relationships, and if you don't nurture them, if you don't tell them what you need, if you don't tell them that, you know, you want this to become better, or you want it to become more fruitful, or you want to feel better about it and work on it, then it doesn't change. And so that can bring in a lot of frustration if there are things that, like, for example, if you want to do more things and you just don't feel like you have enough money to do all the things you want to do, talk to your relationship with the money. And how do you do that? You just talk to it. Like, you know how you could be on the phone, you don't necessarily see the person, but you're talking to them. You can do that with anything. Your relationship with your business. Tell your business you want it to support you more. Ask your business where you need to be supporting it more. Or sometimes, like, you know, for, you know, at one point I was going through an issue with my business. Well, somebody related with a client, I guess I'd put it that way. And she was causing me a lot of grief. And I was having to really stand up for myself and stand up for my business. And I had a talk with my business because I was really stressed. And I said, you know, I stand up for you all the time. I'm always standing up for my business. I am in integrity. I work hard. I pay attention to my business. I'm always thinking about how I can better, you know, my business and how I can better serve people and all this stuff. And I just basically told my business, you need to step it up and support me too in this. And it wasn't about supporting me financially at that point, and sometimes I do have that conversation with my business too. But at this point it was like, you've got to support me and help me get through this, because I feel like I'm fighting this thing alone and it doesn't feel good. And, you know, I just need some support. And I just told my business, you need to support me. And so you just talk to the energy of it, because everything that you have, everything that you are relating to is relating to you in the way that you're relating to it. So, you know, just like I always say, the universe is your best friend. It is going to repeat everything that you say. It's going to believe everything you say. So if you say, you know what, life sucks, the universe says, you know what, life sucks. That's right. And if you say life is awesome, the universe says life is awesome. Or if you say nothing goes my way, the universe will say, yep, nothing goes your way. So whatever you say is what you're going to get. You know, it's really that simple. So if you need to have, you know, your business support you more, or you need to have a family member support you more, you can have that conversation with that family member. But if that person can't really hear you or just doesn't get it, you can have that conversation spirit to spirit. You can talk and just say, you know, out loud in your car when you're driving, you can say, you know, Tom, like, you are major sucking, and I need you to step up to the plate on this. You don't hear me. I really, you know, you're doing this, you're doing that. And then make sure you just, you know, empty out your heart and then tell them what you need from them. You always have to end it by telling it what you need from it. So you can have this conversation, like I said, with people, with money, with a trip, with an organization, with a boss, but you don't have to necessarily do it to their face. You can do it spirit to spirit, where you're just putting it all out and just saying, you know, I'm calling your spirit up and I'm talking to your spirit. And this is what I need you to know. I'm really frustrated about this. You can say things that you wouldn't even be able to say to them in their face. You could just get really pissed off if you want. But you've always got to finish it by saying, this is what I need from you. This is what I'm needing from you now. And being very, you know, clear about what you need, and then say thank you, and then cut the cord and let it go. And believe me, it filters into that person, into money, into your business. It filters into that energy and the way it needs to hear it, and things will start changing. So I don't know why I needed to talk about that, because that had nothing to do with anything that I'm teaching tonight. But for some reason, there must be people here that needed to know that, or needed to be reminded of that. So in the last webinar, I think I've said this like the third time now, we talked about how to communicate with angels and how to start picking up on their signs. And before we start today with the cards, I want to just point out to you that everybody has intuition. Everybody has psychic abilities. It's something that is normal. It is something that we are born with. It's just part of our essence. And, you know, we are an eternal spirit that is on a soul evolution, a journey. And so, you know, okay, so these are my beliefs, and you can have your own beliefs, but my belief is that we are eternal, that we never die, that our spirit lives on and on and on. And some of us have had many, many lifetimes. And, you know, this is just, I always say, don't take life so seriously. This is just another drop in the bucket. Seriously, you're here to enjoy life. You're here to have the fun in the journey of attaining things in your life that you want, whether it's an actual thing or it's a feeling or an emotion or a teaching. But to me, the more that you can just be happy and be relaxed every day and let things just flow while keeping, you know, a focused intention on what you want, the easier those things come to you. And today I was thinking about, you know, I've been going to yoga Monday through Friday, and today I didn't make it to yoga. And I was going to rush and just get there. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to rush. I'm going to go to the beach. I'll just take a really nice long walk on the beach today. That's awesome. So, you know, I was walking along the beach, and, you know, I've walked along that beach for years, and, you know, I just, you know, it's my time to think and enjoy. And I'm just like enjoying feeling the water on my feet and walking through the wet sand. And just, I don't know, I'm just so happy. And I just feel like it's so nice when you don't put your mind to always trying to figure something out or worry about things. Worry about how things are going to get, manifesting things like crazy. Yes, I'm always in the state of manifesting, and so are you, whether you know it or not. You are manifesting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You really are. So if you're being conscious about it, you're going to manifest a lot better. Well, probably things that you'd rather manifest. But if you're not conscious about it, you're going to be manifesting whatever moods you're in, whatever's going on with you. You're just manifesting real time. Whatever you are feeling every day is going to determine how you're going to feel later down the line. And I was just thinking, like, it's so great just to spend your time being happy. It's so great just to be at peace with where you are today and every day and what you're doing. Just like, you know what? I'm happy. And I'm not going to waste any of my moments with being worried or getting so uptight about whatever and just feeling frustrated, like all of those things. Because when you feel those emotions that feel really strong in you, I feel really frustrated, I feel really worried, like something's really dominating your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts. That's when you're creating the most. That's when you're creating the heaviest. So if, you know, the more intense your emotion, the more intense your creation. And so, you know, if you're spending a lot of time worrying or seeing things in a, you know, not feeling good way, or, you know, spending your time feeling frustrated, you're really stacking up your days of more like that. And so what happens is you're wasting all your energy putting that into these feelings that don't feel good. Only, sorry, just like watching your eyes look over here, you weirdo. You only get more of that, and you're wasting your time feeling that. But if you can just start trusting the universe, trusting your angels to help you, and you just get really conscious with and intended with what you really are intending to feel in your life. whether you want to feel, fulfilled, happy, cared for, loved, whatever that is. And you spend the time just being grateful for having the opportunity to feel that. That's when you're going to really attract those things in. So it's really important to keep your mind aligned. And with doing card readings once a day in the morning is a great way to set you up for the day, to give you something to work on for the day or pay attention to for the day. And it'll keep you focused on something more positive, more productive than waking up and saying, oh, let me continue today with that worry from yesterday because it's not fixed yet. So let me just worry about that again today. And then tomorrow when I wake up, when it's still not fixed, I'll worry about it some more. And then it continues. How many days in a row do you spend thinking about the same thing, worrying about the same thing? Well, the thing is, you're building energy to worry more, to build up that worry, to keep that energy moving in that worried way. The more energy, days that you're doing that, you're adding and stacking and stacking and stacking that energy. And then you're not going to ever solve that issue because you're just spending all your time making it worse, thinking about how it's not solved. So you really got to stop doing that and change your thoughts around. And it really isn't hard. You just have to decide that you're going to do it. And so until you do that, and then you stay on top of yourself to do it, then, it's just going to dictate how your days are going to go in the future. So everybody has these psychic abilities. Everybody has intuition. And I just want to point out to you how simple this is. We all have senses, right? You hear, you smell, you see, and these are all things that are normal to us. Now, when you use your intuition, things are coming in that same manner. Okay, so how many of you can smell a chocolate cake right now? You can smell a chocolate cake. Now, I'm sure that most people, now some people might say, oh, I can't do that. But most people can do it. And if you're saying you can't do it, if you could do it, what would that smell like right now? And then I bet you got it because that's all it takes. Okay. How many of you, if you could hear an angel tell you one thing right now, one word, I want you to just do this. Close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes and take a really big, deep breath, because whenever you want to get messages, your mind has to be clear. Okay, it's really hard to receive messages if you've got all kinds of stuff going on in your mind. So take a nice big deep breath. Just let it go. And ask your angels to tell you one word that you need to focus on for this week. What is one word that you need to focus on? And trust the first thing that comes to you. Okay, now open your eyes. It really is that simple. Okay, how many of you, if I said, how can I say this one? Picture in your mind the last place you went today, or picture in your mind your kitchen. Just picture in your mind your kitchen, okay? You can picture that, okay? That's clairvoyance, when you can see things. So, and then some things you just have a knowing about. Some things you don't know how you know, but you just know. And that is a really, really good, strong, intuitive ability. Is just when you know, and you just don't know how you know, but you do. So the trick to all of this is to let it work for you, not second guess it, and really feel from a place of your heart, okay? Now, when I say that, that can be, some people get really emotionally tied to things. So then they start, I've seen this happen, where they think something and then they create something out of nothing. Okay, so you've got to be able to clear yourself. So that it really helps to get out in nature, take those nature walks, go to yoga, meditate, listen to some soothing music, clear your head just by breathing, okay? And allow yourself to get the space to have some centeredness and some peace, and then start asking the questions. I wonder, I always like to, do that. I wonder what I could do to feel better. I wonder what I could do to meet the man of my dreams. I wonder what I can do to bring more money in my life. I wonder what I can do to be happier. I wonder what I could do to, just feel like I feel good. I want to feel good every day. So you can ask those questions. I wonder, I wonder, I wonder. Instead of like, oh, when is this going to happen? Oh, why can't that happen? When you start asking why things aren't happening or when are things going to happen, that is a whole different energy. When you wonder and you're opening, when you wonder, you open. And it's like asking your angels. It's like asking the universe for help. It's like opening up to receive an answer. I'm looking forward to knowing the answer to this. I'm looking for a solution. Instead of looking at the problem, I'm going to look at where's the solution? I'm excited to know the solution. Angels, show me a solution. So instead of worrying about the problem, ask for a solution. Those are two completely different energies, okay? So you've just got to start changing the way you think about things and your mindset so you can start receiving guidance rather than blocking it. Because when you're worried and you're negative or you're down or if you keep saying, I'm stuck, I feel blocked, I feel so blocked, I just don't know what to do. When you say that stuff, you're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay blocked. You're affirming these things for you, and you're not going to get out of where you think you are. The truth is nobody is ever blocked, and nobody is ever stuck. Energy is always moving. Everything is always in movement, but it's how you think and how you put words out into the universe that will make all the difference between, night and day. With your experience. If you are thinking in ways that feel good, that feel more positive, just, I want peace in my life. Sometimes it's harder than other times to do that, but you've got to train yourself to just do it because you're hurting yourself, you're hurting your experience by not doing it. And so it may not be easy to try to feel good when you don't feel good, but you do your best. You reach for the best feeling you can that day. What can I do to feel better today? What is one thing I can do to feel better? I think I'll make a smoothie. That'll make me feel good. And you think that's kidding? I'm not joking. There's been times where I've been worried and the angels will go make a smoothie. And I'm like, I don't want to make a smoothie. Like, I want to worry. I want to worry about this thing for a minute. I'm worried about this. Go make a smoothie. Go make a smoothie. That's the other thing. If you keep hearing the same things repeated, that is guidance. If you hear something repeated. Now, of course, remember what I said, guidance is always positive and encouraging. If you kept hearing something telling you to jump off a bridge, that is not encouraging, and that is not your guidance, okay? It would be something positive. It would be, go for a walk, call your mother, read this book, listen to that music, go make a smoothie, go to yoga, things that would be helpful to you in that moment, okay? And then you just got to do it. So let's get to these cards. Hopefully you guys all have a deck. And so I'm just opening for the first time this Messages from Your Angels. And it comes with a little booklet and 44 cards here. And the first thing you want to do is, of course, open it up, and then you have your cards. And you always want to knock on your cards to knock out any energies that got in here, whether it was, how it was packaged, how anybody handled it, anything. You just want to clear the energy by simply knocking on them, okay? So if you have an old deck, you can just do Follow the same thing. So knock on your cards, and then one by one, you want to go through your cards and touch each card, okay? So a lot of times when I get a new deck, I like to look at the pictures. I probably know this card inside, these cards inside out, so I don't really need to do that. But I like to take time, and when I'm touching each one, I like to read it and look at it and like, oh, okay. And then, you know, look at the next one. Oops. A card just dropped. So I guess I need to start doing some random readings here. This one's Archangel Gabriel, and I guess I'll read it because it jumped out of the deck. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. So this is for somebody here. So if that resonates with you, listen to your message. So let me just back up here for a second. If a card jumps out of the deck like that, it's called a jumper. And you pay attention to that card because that's something that your angels want you to pay attention to. Okay, so normally I go through and I touch every card and I look at all the pictures and I read them. But in this case, I've had this deck many times and I don't need to do that. And plus, you know, I'm sure you don't want to watch me go slowly through each one of these cards. So it is acceptable just to touch each card like this without, you know, savoring every card. So I am just going to do that. I'm just going to infuse my energies with the cards because now this is an energy, right? I talked about everything's a relationship. So this card deck is going to work with me to help give guidance. And so I'm saying, basically saying hello to it. So I'm just going to go through and touch every card. Okay, so you want to do that with your deck. Touch every card. Okay, so I'm going to done. Okay, and I have 2 more decks to do, which I will do. But I will just continue to tell you what to do with your cards. So now you've touched every card. I want you to take your deck and fan it open and just hold it to your heart chakra. And your heart chakra is right in your chest, okay? And I just want you to hold it there and close your eyes. And I want you to imagine pink love coming from your heart and embracing the cards, infusing into the cards. And just have a little heart-to-heart with the cards and say something like, thank you for working with me and helping me give and angel guidance to myself and to those I'm reading for, and help me give detailed readings that will help everybody that I'm reading for. So anything like that. It could be like, help me to give detailed readings to anybody I'm reading for, or work with me in helping to give healing messages for the people that I'm reading for, anything like that. Now, when you do that, these are angel cards. You have the angels with you. You have the angels hearing you, working with you. And so as I was just connecting to these cards, I can feel the angel energy around me because I opened my heart and I was infusing my love into these cards, and angels were responding. Angels were infusing love into me and these cards as well to join, because the angels are all about giving people messages to help them, helping people through their humps, helping people with clarity and guidance. So, you know, when you open yourself up to being a divine messenger, and that means sharing angel messages with yourself and with other people, if you so choose to do that. The angels are so happy because they're always looking for people to help give people hope, help encourage people, help people with direction. There's so many people every day just needing help. So when they feel like, wow, this person really wants to share some messages, I just could feel the angelic love infusing me with joy. So I want to thank the angels that are with me and thank the angels that are all with you. And maybe you didn't feel that because you're not tapped into knowing what that feels like yet. But the more you work with the angels, the more you'll start knowing when they're around, feeling a warmth, feeling a chill, feeling, well, I hear them. So, you know, sometimes when I'm doing readings for people, they're like, I'll be telling them something and then the angels will say something and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to say that to the person. And, you know, then I'll go, well, okay, well, the angels just said, and I'll tell them, and then I'll be laughing and the person's like, well, how do you hear them? How do you do that? I'm like, no, I can hear them. They're just talking to me. So the more you just get used to working with them, the more it just becomes so easy for you to pick up on their messages and hear them talking to you. So it just takes, you know, cultivating the friendship, the relationship. Okay, so now we've infused these cards with our love. They're all ready. They're set to go. And, you know, I shuffle these cards because they're like cardboard and they're hard. They're not like a regular deck. So I shuffle like this. This is my way of shuffling. And some people just go like, I mean, Doreen shuffles like this. I don't know how. I don't like that shuffling, but that's her way of shuffling. You can shuffle any way you want, but to me, this is my way of shuffling. So since I've got this card all done, I think I'll do one quickie reading, random reading. Let me see if you want to. Wow, another jumper. So I've got to read it. If you want a reading, just write reading in the chat room and I'll pick somebody. In the meantime, this one is Isabella. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So somebody, that's a reading for you. If there's something that you're wondering if the timing is right for a new venture, and there's Isabella, and the angel Isabella is saying a happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Did you hear that? A positive outcome follows your positive expectations. So does that mean you should be doubtful? Does that mean you should be worried? No, it says the positive outcome will follow your, a happy outcome will follow your positive expectations. That means in order for you to have a happy outcome, you need to have positive expectations first. So when you're reading these cards, you need to read them and understand what you need to be doing. They're giving you guidance. Okay. Okay, let's see. Who am I going to do a card for? Jen, reading, please. Okay, Jen, this card is for you. Whoa, jumpers, jumpers, jumpers. Your angels are here talking. Now, I should also mention that in this book, there's some additional information about the card. So you can read even more here. But I haven't told you how to do these readings yet. So don't think that that's the only way is reading the card. So Jen, this is your card. Xana. Okay. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So, okay, that's what the card says, but I need to look at the card and get extra information for you, okay? Because I don't do readings. Some people do readings like this, and I don't really think it's great. But I'm not going to criticize anybody if it's better than nothing. Some people say that that's how you do a reading, but you want to start feeling, you want to see, you want to know, you want to give space to Xana to give a message, right? So you can read the card, and yes, that's a message, but I want to get extra information. So the card says, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. When I look at this card tonight, and it could change every day, but right now, when I look at this card, I see the home and the heart. And what I'm hearing is home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. You don't have to worry about where you're going, what you're doing, where you live, what changes you need to make. It's more, the angels want you to work on your heart healing, on what feels right to you. Because as long as you feel secure in your heart about the decisions you make, about the things you want to do, as long as you feel secure in your heart, then everything else will fall into place. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. That means that you don't have to do or be anything in particular to find that happiness, to be at peace. Your peace is not where you're at. Your peace is at where you're at inside. And so you have to be able to feel good inside, feel good with your choices, feel strong in your choices and your decisions, not waver, not change your mind all the time, not listen to what other people think you need to be doing, but to truly go in your heart and say, this feels right to me. And only make decisions from that place of, this feels right to me. In my heart of heart, this feels right to me. And that's where you make your decisions. So you don't take on what anybody thinks you should be doing, what anybody says. I don't care if it's the best psychic in the world. You need to go in your heart, and if it feels right to you, that's when you make that choice, and not 1 second sooner or later. Okay, home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is, and it's inside your heart. That's where your answers are, and if it feels right there, then it's right. And if it doesn't feel right there, then it's not right. And I always say this, and this could help you too. If it's not a 100% yes, then it's a no. If it's not a 100% yes, then it's a no. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the cards that I have. And if you have other decks, I invite you to do that for yourself as well, because I want to get into the meat of how to do these readings. And this is the second deck I'm opening, which is the Archangel Oracle deck. It's a great deck to get to know the archangels. I highly recommend it if you want to cultivate a closer relationship with the archangels. The Archangel Oracle deck is a great one. So again, I know all these cards inside out. I am not going to sit there and mesmerize myself over them, but I'm going to infuse my energy into every one of these cards. So cool to see these cards. I haven't had these decks for a long time, and they've brought so much guidance to me and the people that come from my classes. We'd always do readings, and it feels great it's like I'm home with my angels again, with my homies. And that shows a cultivation of energy that I've had with the cards and the angels that I connect with when I do these readings. So again, I'm going to put this up to my heart, infuse it with my love, ask that I give clear direction and guidance to anybody that I'm doing an angel reading with these cards, and help to be a divine messenger. Okay. I don't know if I knocked on them. I'm pretty sure I did. But I'm knocking on them now, just in case. And I will reinfuse them again. Okay. And one more deck is the Ascended Master deck. And this one, I don't know if I've actually had this deck. I think I might have had it once. Ascended Masters, I love working with the Ascended Masters. They're awesome. They're a very different energy from the angels. The Ascended Masters are people who've walked the earth and that have just had a lot of, you know, trials and tribulations, and they're very knowledgeable as far as a soul evolutionary standpoint, because they've been through so much, and many of them have incarnated a lot of times. But you know, you'll get your guidance from ascended masters. To me, they're more a little bit like kick butt than an angel. An angel is very pure, loving, beautiful, connected guidance. And the ascended masters are as well, but they pack a little bit of a punch because they know what it is to be human, you know? And so they know what we go through, which is sometimes, you know, angels are just really light and happy and full of this light and love. And, you know, sometimes just like, do you know what it's like to really be a human down here? The ascended masters do. So I'm going to knock on the cards and I'm going to touch each one. Sometimes they're a little sticky. Ooh, Isis. Yogananda, choose peace. Okay, let me go here. Yeah, they put, you know, deities are also considered ascended masters. So, you know, we got Isis and Osiris here. If you know me, I'm all about the Egyptians. Krishna. How about Lakshmi, flow of prosperity? Okay, these are very sticky cards, so loosening them up a little bit. Wow, they're really sticky. Jesus, open your heart to love. While I'm doing this, I'm really excited about my upcoming trips to Bimini and Peru. If anybody's interested in joining us, we're really getting things ramped up and it's getting really exciting because I can just feel the energy mounting and building. Jen says that reading was right on for me and reaffirming. Thank you, Cindy. You are welcome, and thank you to the angels, because I would have never known that. So awesome. Okay, we got our 3 decks. The Ascended Masters, the Archangels, and messages from your angels. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to take the Archangel deck first and show you how to do a basic card reading, okay? So I will do it by doing a random reading for somebody. How about that? And I will explain it. So I'm going to go through here and see who said they wanted a reading and see who I can pick. Diana, this one's for you. So I am going to do a reading for Diana. So I want everybody to, you can actually do a reading for yourself, okay? So take your cards if you have your cards and follow along, and you know, I'll help you through interpreting how to interpret your card. This reading that I'm going to do is for Diana, and so I'm going to knock on my cards. Always knock on your cards to get out the old energy. And so you would say, I'm doing this reading for me. Do it for yourself. And so I'm doing this reading for Diana. I just want to be clear to my deck, so it's knowing to do a reading for Diana. You've got to be clear with your deck on who you're doing a reading for. And then you hold the name for your reading while you're shuffling. So I'm going to be doing Diana. So reading for Diana. Thank you, Archangels, for coming through and giving me a card for a reading for Diana. Reading for Diana. Give me detailed messages for Diana. So you guys say the same thing, but you say whatever name for yourself or whatever. And so as you're shuffling, what I'm doing is I'm going to look for any card that sticks up more than, you know, it's coming out of the deck to let me know that's the card. That's what I'm doing here. So I'm shuffling and I'm waiting to see. Whoa. Okay. So what happened there was, I'm not going to pick that card, but usually if a card jumps out, that's the one I'm going to take. But I was just kind of showing you, so I didn't want to take that card. So I'm just shuffling this until I see a card that sticks out. Okay, see this card? It's sticking out, this one. Okay, so this is your card. Diana, prioritize. Archangel Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. Okay, so when you first draw your card, you're going to read it, okay? And if that card makes sense to you, the reading, sometimes you read a card and go, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I was asking. That is my answer. You know, without a doubt, that's your answer. Sometimes you might say, well, okay, but why do I need to know that? I need more information. Or sometimes you pull it and you say, that makes no sense. You know, you might get your pets in heaven are happy and you never had a pet. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense, or sometimes it's not exactly what you were asking for, so you didn't know. I mean, so you don't know. So in that case, if the words don't make sense to you, then you look at the picture. You look at the picture and ignore the words, okay? And you look at the picture and you just look at it, basically. And you want to see what part of the picture is getting your attention. Is it the color? Is it what he's holding in his hands? Is it the wings? Is it the way he looks? Is it the expression on his face? Is it something that he's holding or carrying? Or is it the background? Is there something in the background that is getting your attention? Look at the picture and see what in that picture is getting your attention, and then look at it and see why. Why is it you're getting your attention? How does it make you feel? Does it have some resemblance to something? Does it trigger a thought of some kind? Does it make you feel any certain way? Just start learning to look at pictures and figure out what's getting your attention and why. You know, that's like when you go to buy a dress, okay? And you say, wow, this dress, you might go through a whole bunch of dresses and be like, no. Oh my gosh, look at this dress. Why? Why that dress? Is it the color? Is it the fabric? Is it the touch? Is it how it makes you feel? Wow, when I see this dress, it makes me feel so happy. It reminds me of when I was in, Hawaii or whatever, okay? And so it brings up a feeling or emotion or a message. That's what you want to do. You want to look at the picture and see what is getting your attention and why. So for Diana, when I look at this picture, I hear the message, and I do believe this message is very, very something you do need to hear. Prioritize, Archangel Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. And when I look at the picture, what I'm seeing is the focus that he has on this thing that he's carrying in his hand, which I don't know what it is. He's got this bowl that he's carrying in his hand. And what I'm hearing when I look at that is keep your eye on the target. Keep your eye on the target. And then he's showing me that when I say he's showing me, he's actually showing me a vision in my head. And he's showing me, you know, you're looking at the target, but then you look left and you look right and you look left, and then you kind of go off to the right and you get off track. You're one of the biggest things that you need to work on is how to put out an intention and put out a focus and stay on target, because you get distracted. And sometimes it's because things don't come fast enough. Sometimes it's because you don't believe that you can have what you want. You know, I hear that you do put it out there, but a lot of times there's a big part of you that doesn't believe that you can really have it, because you have this big, they're showing me this big word, and it says how with a question mark. So they're saying it's not up to you how. It's up to you. What's up to you is to set the intention and create the focus on what you want and move towards it every day. Do something every day to move towards it. And when you start going off and, you know, veering off, meaning you're not staying focused, or you see a sparkly dangly thing over here and you start doing it and then you kind of ignore what your intention was, that deadens that intention, it deadens the focus, and then it deadens the energy going towards it. You've got to decide what you want, commit to it, and go for it, and be unwavering in it. You have to make sure that you stay focused on it and hit the target. It's like somebody, you know, throwing a dart, and the dart gets almost there and then just goes off to the other side because he didn't wait that little bit longer to make contact. You know, it reminds me of a card that I've seen many times. It says, "Don't give up before the miracle." And it feels like you give up before you hit your target. And then you feel like, oh, you know, I don't get what I want. So focus is very important. And really prioritizing, deciding, is that what you want? If it's that important, then you'll keep the focus on it. Okay, so that is how you do a 1-card reading. Now you can just say, you know, I'm just, you know, angels, give me a message for today. Give me a message for today. Or you can say, you can ask questions. You know, the more specific you are about the question, the more specific your answer will be. So, you know, if you say, I want to know if I should go to India. I wonder if I should go to India this year. Wonder if I should go to India this year. Okay, so I'll just ask that question for me. And I mean, I like to go to India, but I wasn't thinking I was going this year. But this card, it flipped out and went like this when I asked the question. So let me look at the card and see if it has anything to do with that question. Claircognizance. So claircognizance is the ability of knowing. You don't know how, but you do. You just know. Archangel Uriel. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. And so, you know, that's kind of like, do you want to go? You have to decide if you want to go. And then it says, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. You know, if that's something you really want to do, you can definitely do that. Okay. What I'm hearing with this is, and this is just, I really wasn't thinking about going to India. I mean, I do think about going to India a lot. I don't know why. I mean, I would never not have asked that, but anyway, I did. What I'm getting with this is, if it's something you want to do, make it a priority and go for it, okay? Because when you put out the energy, you know what? I'm going to India. I've just decided I'm going to India. Then things can start lining up for you. Then you start getting the resources. You start getting the way. You start figuring, you know, things start coming to you that start calling you to maybe a certain part of India, or, you know, whether I'm doing a healing retreat in India or whatever it is. But once you put the thought out there, then the universe jumps in and starts populating that and making things happen. But like what came up for Diana about prioritizing and keeping your eye on the target, you've got to be very focused with it. You've got to decide that that's what you want. And then it can happen for you. But if you're a little wavery, if I'm just like, should I go to India? I don't know. I didn't really ask that. I don't know if I want to go to India. They're like, well, you know, that's really up to you. You want to go to India? Let's make it happen. You don't want to go to India, and you're going to be, you know, sloppy and you're thinking about it, then, you know, it may or may not come. So when I look at this, though, I will say that it says, pay attention to your thoughts and ideas that come to you as they're answered prayers. I really do feel like if I feel like I need to go, that I will know it, that I will get that clear guidance. But I keep getting with this picture, I keep noticing this mountain and how this angel is just like this pinnacle on the top. And interesting, that's the same picture that's on the back of all the cards. And what I'm hearing is you can absolutely have whatever you want. I mean, you're on top of the world. That's what I'm hearing. You're on top of the world. You can make anything happen that you want to happen. You're a bright light and you can shine it and you can create what you want. So if that's your dream, if that's your rainbow, then go for it. So these are all just messages that come to me. So when you're doing your readings, you want to be able to actually talking it out like that really helps to open up to more messages. The more I spoke about this to you and talking about how to do the reading, it opens up it opens up spaces in my mind, opens up pockets of openings where information can come in. And I just kept feeling like this angel calling me to look right here. Come, look right here, look right here. And so when I pointed that to you, I actually got my focus on this angel, and this angel was talking to me. It was giving me a message, but it needed me to stop talking about the words and going to India and all that other stuff and come here and focus on this angel so this angel could give me a message. So, you know, when I'm giving you these examples, it might be like, how will I ever do that? How am I going to do that? You know, you're used to doing that. You're used to getting those messages. But I'm giving you helpful hints. Like I was talking about India. I was talking about these words. But then I told you, this kept getting my attention. It kept getting my attention. I was talking about something else, but I kept looking over. I kept looking at this area like, okay, so let me tell them, this keeps getting my attention. What is this? And when I put my attention to it, I got the extra message. Okay? So it's like that. You have to start. The only way you're going to start to be able to get these extra messages and really work with these cards in a way like this is an energy. That's an angel talking to me. And every single one of these cards are a different angel talking to you. So you want to look at it like that. So if I, you know, drew this card right here for Archangel Michael, okay, Michael's on this card and Michael is talking to me right now. What's up, Michael? Tell me what you are talking to me about. And he's saying, you're safe. I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. And I want to say thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for protecting my home. I love that. I appreciate that. And it can be that simple. What else do you need me to know, Michael? You know, that start talking to the card. What else do you need me to know, Michael? And he says, keep teaching. Keep teaching about love. Keep making people feel safe. Help people to feel safe. That's what he's telling me. If you look at these, this is a tool. And you pick out a card and you say, okay, you know, here we are. It's Archangel Haniel. Hi, Archangel Haniel. How does Haniel make you feel when you look at her? When you look at this picture of Haniel, How does that make you feel? Okay, she's the archangel that helps with manifesting with the moon cycles. To me, she feels magical. She's got a lot of beautiful peace doves around her. She looks, I mean, just magical. And of course, I love the moon. So, hi, Archangel Haniel. What do you want to tell me? What is it you want to tell me? So before you even read the message, say hello to the angel on the card and look at them and get connected with their energy for a minute. Just get connected. Okay, get connected. Okay, and say, thank you for being here, Archangel Haniel. What do you have to say to me? And then you can read it. It says, moon cycles, Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. And I would just say, oh, that's true. I feel sort of stressed out sometimes on a full moon. And I feel what is the moon cycle right now, actually? What is the moon cycle right now? And how am I feeling right now? And she's saying, pay attention to the moon cycles and how it affects you. And I would say, absolutely do that. Because when you can get to notice your patterns with the cycles of the earth, whether it's the moon cycles, the tides are high, the tides are low. I mean, you don't have to buy into, oh, the werewolves come out on the full moon, okay? Sometimes you might feel really good on the full moon. And the full moon is a time of releasing fears of whatever it is that you want in your life. And the new moon is to manifest what you do want in your life. So it always feels extra magical and happy on a new moon. Full moon, sometimes I can feel really good on a full moon, but sometimes I cannot feel that great on a full moon. So you pay attention to what is the moon cycle, by the way, now that she's coming up. What is the moon cycle? When is the full moon? When is the new moon? I want to pay attention because I'm going to be manifesting with the moon cycles now that Haniel's come to my awareness. She is the archangel that helps with the moon cycles. You can get so much out of one card, but you have to start talking to them, talking to your angels, and seeing what they have to say to you, okay? This one, Archangel, who is this? Archangel Jeremiah. I mean, when you look at this card, without even reading it, hello, Archangel Jeremiah, what are you here telling me? What is this energy? How does that energy make you feel? Amazing. I love this picture. I love the energy of this picture. How does gold make you feel? What is this magic that he's spreading through his horn? Look at the energy and the movement of it. Hi, Archangel Jeremiah. What's up? What's up with Archangel Jeremiah? And he says, all is well. Archangel Jeremiah, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. Well, that gives me some peace of mind. That makes me feel good. Okay, Archangel Jeremiah, you know what? If you say all is well, I'm going to trust that. And all day today, anything that happens, I'm going to say, you know what? Archangel Jeremiah said all is well, and I'm going to stick with that. And everybody that comes to me today that's feeling nervous or upset, I'm going to spread that message. You know what? Archangel Jeremiah says all is well, and I'm sticking with that. Or you don't even have to say Archangel Jeremiah. You could just say, you know what? All is well. Just be at peace today. All is well. Pass words of encouragement and hope to people that need it during the day. If you got the all is well card, then you pass that message to everyone you can that day. And you know what? Every time you do that, you're going to strengthen that energy for yourself. And Archangel Jeremiah is going to be with you all day long spreading this message. Wouldn't you love to have this hanging out with you all day? This amazing energy, making sure that all is well with you. I mean, imagine him standing next to you right now, what this energy feels like. Archangel Jeremiah, go and stand next to every single person who is watching this right now. And feel his energy that he is spreading around you, and him, imagine him, hear him, listen to him, tell you that all is well. And breathe that. Just take a deep breath. All is well. Thank you, Archangel Jeremiah. Thank you. Can you see how these cards can enhance your moment, your day? If you read this first thing in the morning, how that could shift your whole entire day. So when you're having your deck of cards, every single card you pull out, see what the archangel's name is that's on there. Say hello to them. Look at the picture. Get in touch with the energy. Get in touch with the energy. Say hello. Hello, Archangel Sandalphon. Hello, Archangel Michael. Hello, Archangel Uriel, Raphael, Michael, whoever it is. Look at the picture. Feel them with you. And then read the message as if they're saying it to you directly. Do this first thing in the morning. Do it before you go to bed. Your life will change. Believe me, if you did this every single day and you connected to an angel and you listened to their message, your life will change for the better. Believe me, because you're going to consciously be inviting them to walk with you every day. In that day, you're going to take your message and you're going to spread it to other people that need to hear it that day. And believe me, you will run into people that need to hear it. The angels will make sure of it. They need your help to get messages to other people. So this is a beautiful deck to work with. Well, they're all beautiful decks to work with. And so now this is messages from your angels. Now, the reason why I really love this deck is I love this deck. I think it's a great beginner's deck because look how much words are on there. There's a lot of message on the card itself. Okay, so the same thing. So let me do a reading for somebody here. Vel, or Vei, V-E-I. Hi, Vei. Okay, so this is the messages from the angels. And then after I do this, I'm going to get into some more advanced readings. And I know you guys are probably, some of you probably work with cards already, but my phone's dinging because people are writing on my YouTube channel. I don't know, on some video. Anyway, some of you might have been already reading cards, and some of you might not at all. So that's why I think that's why I know it's really important for you to do what I said to do is, just pick up the card and see what angel's on there and what they're saying to you, and really pay attention and talk with the angel and cultivate a relationship with the angels by doing that. Because that is what's going to help you to start feeling their energy around you. That's what's going to help the messages to stick with you, because sometimes people just read a card and then, oh, okay, they think about it for that, 1 minute while they read it, and then the rest of the day they forgot about it. But if you really stopped and said, oh, hi, Archangel Michael. What's up, Michael? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Oh, that's an awesome picture of you, Michael. I love how you're holding your torch and your sword. I love that sash around your waist. That's awesome. What do you need to say to me, Michael? Remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God, and you are very loved. Wow. Thank you for reminding me. That's so awesome. Thank you, Michael. And so for the rest of the day, you might, somebody feels like they're worried and scared, and you tell them, you know what? You're powerful. You really are. You got this. God's always looking out for you. It's true. And then you can make the difference in somebody's life just by saying that to them. You can change somebody's life by just giving a simple message that you heard for yourself that day. This is a beautiful thing to share with yourself and other people. Okay? Be a divine messenger. Be a divine messenger. Okay, so Vay, I'm going to do one with this deck, Messages from Your Angels. Message for Vay, and all of you shuffle your cards and do another message for yourself, okay? Say, thank you, angels, for giving me the message I most need to hear right now. And I'm going to ask that Vay get a message that she really needs to hear right now, the thing that she needs to hear most from the angels right now. And this card was like this. So I'm going to take that one out. This is for Vay. And this is the angel Ray. And I'm going to say, hi, Angel Ray. And I'm just going to look at Ray for a minute and just get her energy. And, the thing that really stands out for me with this angel is how this ray of light is coming straight into her third eye, in through her crown chakra. And see how she looks like she's like really connecting in. She's connecting to source, to her God, her highest power. Oh, and what I'm hearing is be a ray of light. Be a ray of light. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm going to read now what Ray has to say here. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Okay. So obviously Ray thinks for you, Ray and Vay, that being connected is really important for you right now. And what she's showing me, I'm seeing her, she's sweeping, and she says, it will sweep away the worry. It'll sweep away the worry and the down times. And you need to move out of those sorts of energies and come into the light. Be more filled with light. And so that's interesting because that did get my attention, was this ray of light going to her third eye, but she's got a lot of rays of light lighting her up. And so what she's suggesting is, in this case, yoga will help center you, to help you connect back up to your light, to your source, and become a funnel of light, become a receiver of light, be an anchor of light. And as you do that, it washes away worries. It washes away things that aren't working. It washes away anything that doesn't feel good. And she's really wanting you to fill yourself with light. Really feel yourself with light. Because when you do that, when you have that connection to source, to God, your higher power, whoever that is to you, you feel so much stronger. And you get this sense of, you know what, all is well. Everything is working out for me. I am protected. Things are working out for me. And so for some reason, I just keep hearing to wash away the worry, fill yourself with light. So yoga is a great way to connect in with that sort of energy. If by chance you can't just go to a yoga class tomorrow, but I hope you would, because Ray is saying that this would be really good for you. Any kind of tapping in, like meditation or sitting, just being peaceful like she is, like this, and visualizing or feeling light filling you up. just closing your eyes and visualizing the light coming in and filling up every cell of your body, seeing it light up with light, healing every cell of your body, healing your heart, healing your words, healing your mind. And the way to heal is to fill yourself with light and feel that connection back to your source, because that is your true essence, is that connection, that light. But when we worry, when we don't feel good or we have discomforts of any kind, it breaks that connection to the light, and that's how that worry and those lower energies get in and infiltrate us and create discomfort, dis-ease within us. And so when you can allow yourself to be healed with light, filled with light, connected with light, it's a game changer, a total game changer. So that's your message. Okay, now I want to move on to a little bit more advanced reading. And so those were just basically 1 card readings, which are fine. They're fine. But I want to do a 3 card reading and a 9 card reading. So we're going to move it on pretty quick here, and let's see how we can do this. So I'm going to use 3 decks as I'm using. And remember, stay to the end, because I'm going to do a giveaway with these decks. I'm going to give these decks away tonight on this webinar to people who are here. So what I'm going to do, and I want you to do with your decks, if you don't have 3 decks, just use the same deck. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Just use whatever deck you got. I'm going to use 3 different decks because I want to bring in 3 different energies, okay? So the first deck I'm going to use is, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to use the messages from the angels, and then I'm going to use the archangel deck, and then I'm going to use the ascended masters deck. Okay. Okay. You're welcome, Vay. Okay. And by the way, that message can be for anybody. If you feel like you need that, then do it, because it is very healing to fill yourself with light. And go to yoga, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to knock on the card, and let's do a 3-card reading for somebody. Let's see who we got here. Christine. We're going to do you. So 3-card reading for Christine. So I'm going to knock on the deck, and I'm going to do the same thing. The first card will be from the messages from the angels. Please give me a detailed reading for Christine. And a card jumped out, and it's a magical one. That's your first card. Okay. Second card is from the archangel deck. I'm going to ask the cards, please give me a detailed reading working with these other 2 cards so I can give Christine a clear guidance reading. And this card is sticking out, so I will take this one. And I will use the Ascended Master deck, please. A reading for Christine working with the other cards so I can give her a detailed reading and message. Thank you. Okay, I got this card. Whoa, what a 3-card spread. There is so much energy in this spread. It's crazy. This is like amazing. So you got Merlina, you have Archangel Azrael, and you have Merlin. If that's not a power-packed energy right here, I don't know what is. This is awesome. So the first thing that you would do, and hopefully all of you put down cards, and you're going to do this as well, or you can just listen to me and let me tell you how I would read these cards. So the first thing I'm going to do is I notice about this card is these cards is there is a ton of energy here, a ton of an energy. Look at those cards. You don't even have to read it to know this is packed with some energy. So that tells me by the law of attraction, Christine, you got a lot of energies working with you. And I have a feeling I know what this message is. And let's see how it runs out, how it breaks down here. So I'm going to read Merlina first. And look at that. Okay. Hello, Merlina and Merlin. What a coincidence. Wow, what a coincidence. Don't you think that's a real coincidence? That's crazy. Okay, Merlina. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. Okay, that was Merlina. But look at this card. The next card is Archangel Azrael. And Archangel Azrael is the archangel that helps with transitions, whether it's people moving on, dying, or any kind of transition or change. Counselor. You are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Look at this beautiful card. Wow. That is gorgeous. You definitely have some angels guiding you. That's without a doubt. And the last card is energy healing. Merlin. Okay. So it was really clear to me what this reading was about when I saw it. What I'm hearing, and I'm getting chills, and when I get chills, that means the angels really want you to hear the message. But what I'm hearing is that you are definitely a healer, okay? And you are meant to be out there doing healing work. And I don't know if you're not doing it, but it feels like you're not doing it to the extent that you need to be doing it. And what I'm hearing is that all you need is a little more guidance and a push, okay? And hopefully this is your push to step out and allow yourself to be who you need to be. You are being guided. You are helping people on all kinds of levels every day. You need to take it seriously and step it up. You've got a lot of magic around you. You have a lot of ability to see. You're very intuitive, but you're not using it to the heights that you are meant to be using it. And I feel like you know it, but I also feel like there is some sort of little insecurity that holds you back from just really stepping out and doing it. Do you see this card? You are being guided. You've got this powerful angel on your shoulder. And when I see Azrael, I really feel like you could help people with grief counseling or changes in their life, big changes in their life. It could be anything, like getting over a big hump of some sort. But I also feel the energy of the people being people who have a lot of pain and suffering, broken hearts, just dealing with a lot of turmoil of some kind. Not turmoil, but just having a lot of, heart issues with that. And you have the right words. You have the right angel working with you. I can't get over this picture. You've got this powerful angel. He's got his hands right on your shoulders, and he's giving you the words. He is giving you the guidance. And when you've got these other two cards, the Merlina and Merlin, Okay, this also tells me that you very much are, it's interesting. You've got a mix of wise one, which is somebody who has had a lot of wisdom throughout the lifetimes, but also a lot of magic. So I don't know if you have any Celtic background or any kind of, well, it could just be in your DNA or past life, but you've also got very much got this magical energy working with you. When I see energy healing, I'm seeing a lot of rainbow healing. So I don't know if you're exposed to any kind of DNA healing or, you know, Reiki's a good start, but there's certainly a lot more powerful types of modalities out there. But I'm just seeing a lot of the rainbow frequencies, the rainbow healings. And I just feel like with a little more guidance, a little bit more direction to help you to see what an amazing healer you are and your abilities, that you could really just get out there and do some amazing work with people. It's like the angels are showing me that there are people lined up for you, but you've got to get to that front of the line and shine that light and let people know you're there and take it on. We're teaching a light activation class in July, and that would be amazing for you, because anybody that has any issues with their abilities or needs that extra giant push, that class would do it for you. But I am seeing a lot of healing energy, magic, a lot of guides around you helping you. This is your work. This is what you're meant to do. And the angels are hoping this is the push that you needed. Okay, so when I did the 3-card reading, it basically just gave me more information. And what I like about it is that I used 3 different decks. And how did Merlin and Merlena end up in this reading? Because they needed to. And yet I had this powerful counselor card right in the middle. So what you do is you take the cards, and the first thing you do is just look at the cards. Remember when I looked at them at first, I said, oh my gosh, look at all the energy of these cards. These got 2 magical wizard and wizardess in this deck, in this spread, and then this amazing, powerful energy of this angel right here, sitting right on her shoulders. Look at the energy here. So that's the first thing I did, was take the cards and look at the energy. Look at the energy as a whole. Wow, bam, boom. If I didn't see any words, I could have come up with something just from looking at the energy of these cards. So when you have more cards, it gives you more to work off. It gives you more information. It gives you three energies that wanted to come through and talk with you. Okay? And Christine, I just want to say, Merlena, it's like ancient energies here. This is not your first day. You've been doing healing work lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And you've had these guides, and they're reminding you. They're letting you know. And Azrael is saying, please, we need your help. We need your help. And I'm right here. I will give you the words. I will give you the information. You'll never be left not knowing. I'll fill in the blanks. This is powerful. So that's a 3-card reading, okay? Now, a 9-card reading is awesome, okay? So the way I'm going to do that, and I'm hoping that maybe I can even move my webcam to show it on my table. Actually, I may be able to do something else here. Let me put it on a piece of cardboard. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. Okay, so I'm going to do a 9-card reading, and these are awesome. I love doing 9-card readings. So I think I'm going to do it the same way. Okay, so this time it's going to be 9 cards, so there's going to be 3 cards in 3 rows. Okay, so the first top row is going to be messages from your angels. Okay, let me see who I can do a reading for. Is it Celia? Celia? I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but I don't want to sit here and say it wrong the whole time. Celia, I think it's Celia. Celia? Please let me know if I'm saying it right. I will do a 9-card reading for you. Okay, so the first 3 cards are going to be from messages from your angels, and this is a 3. I'm telling my cards this. This is what I'm telling my cards, and you guys can do the same thing for yourself. You can use the same deck for all 9 cards, or if you have 3 cards, you can do it. Okay, Celia. I hope I'm saying that right. So I'm telling my cards, I am doing a 9-card reading for Celia. Please give me a detailed message that I can pass on to her that she needs to know right now. Okay, so knocking on my cards, 9-card reading for Celia, working with these 3 decks to give a message that she needs to hear right now. So this is the first card. Second card. Third card. Okay. First, second, third. The second row will be the Ascended Masters. First card. Come on. Second card. Third card. First, second, third. Okay, and the last deck, the last row, the bottom row will be the Archangel deck. Oh, I had one flip out. First card. Second card. One more. Third card. Okay, so first card, second card, third card. Okay, now I'm going to tape them on here real quick so everybody can see them. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's amazing. We're getting repeat cards here. So that's, out of all of these cards, we're getting repeat cards. That tells me that everybody here, probably the messages work for everybody here. Okay, so when I'm giving a reading and it sounds like this is a very helpful reading for you, then it is for you as well. Because if I'm getting repeat cards here out of all of these decks, That means that people here are of the same energy tribe, which is awesome because that means that everybody gets a reading then. Nobody has to feel like they didn't get a reading because it's for them too. You got some powerful cards here. Wow. Wow. Okay. So this is the 9-card reading. Okay, so like I said, I've used the messages from the angels on the top. I use the ascended masters in the middle, and I use the archangels for the bottom. And the way that we're going to read these is, so the thing is with a 9-card reading, you can really read it so many different ways. So I'm going to give you some ideas, but ultimately you can have some fun and come up with a way that works for you that you really like. So the way that I like to read these cards is in this way. I could just go to town with this. I'm like so excited. I just could go to town with this, but we only have 15 minutes left. And so I'm not going to be able to go to town. But what I would do normally is I would just first read, just look at all of them and just kind of look at the energy with them. And I'm seeing a lot of ancient energy in here. So also with you, it's definitely, not your first day. We have Merlina again. We have Thoth, who is an amazing Egyptian deity. Mother Mary is here. We've got the Passion card. We've got 2 Archangel Michael cards in a row. That's amazing. And then we have Haniel back again with the moon cycle. So she came popping in. And we also had Xana earlier today. If you don't remember that message, your home is where the heart is. And then we have Bridget. Okay. So she's discovering, she's looking, she's deciding. Meanwhile, we've got all of these amazing messages coming here. But I just want to give you, because I really like to do the spread in so many different ways, but the one I want to teach you today is, I just really like it. So this is what I want you to do. What you would do with this spread is you would read, I read downwards. Okay, so that was the purpose of having 3 different spreads. So remember, this is one spread, this is one spread, and this is one spread. So I'm going to read down, down, down. Okay, because I want one card of each different spread in the each message that I get, and then I'm going to do a whole overall reading. So let me just start the journey, okay? So the first one is Merlina, right here. And then I'll go to Thoth, and then I'll go down to Archangel Haniel. Oh my goodness. So we have 2 Archangel Michael and 2 Archangel Haniel. They're tag teaming here. It's awesome. Okay. So Merlina says, you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. Okay, that's the first one. Then we have Thoth, and he says, right. Okay, this guy's full of wisdom. He's got a lot of the ancient Egyptian that also connected with Atlantis. Thoth is a big deal in Egypt, okay? So a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. And so it says here, you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. And then you've got this amazing expert here, okay? And then the last one is passion, Archangel Haniel. Okay. Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Okay. So when I read this first line, I feel like this is what I'm hearing actually, that, okay, how do I put this? You get an idea and you want to go with it, but you don't allow yourself to really do it all the way. It's like you come up with the excuses of, you know, well, you just distract yourself. So you just distract yourself from doing things, but also you come up with the excuses of why you're not going to do that. Now, I'm seeing for you what I'm hearing for you is to get serious. You're obviously also a healer. You are meant to do this work, but they're telling me that you're playing around a little bit, like you're not taking it seriously, and you think it's cool and you really like it, and you know, you could really get into it, but you don't put yourself to a serious level with it. And when I see someone like Thoth does not mess around. Thoth is very serious. And what I'm hearing is there are teachings for you, there is knowledge for you. And this isn't like at a child's play level, and it's not like he's calling you a child, but what I'm hearing is to step it up, okay? Like get into the groove of, you know, there's student and there's, you know, professional. And you can play a little bit around, but you need to step into your big girl shoes and get busy with it. Like it just feels like there's like excuses, and it's not like you have to make an excuse, but you just like get busy with other things and then you just don't really do it. And do it is what? I don't know if it's healing, if it's anything in your spiritual work, okay? You're a healer, you're meant to do this stuff, but you're not taking it seriously. You're not taking the steps that you need to take. I keep hearing as I'm talking to you that travel is an amazing way of transformation for you. So doing my spiritual journeys, something like that would be amazing for you, because that would be a very interesting way to keep your attention and for you to learn a lot about who you are and what you want to do. There's so many ideas, there's so many thoughts, but honing you in is another subject. So when I read these, I read the first one and the second one, and then the third one ties it together. So the first one and the second work together, and then the third one ties it together. So this one says you're indecisive because you don't have enough knowledge, and for you to go seek a professional and get your information. Then you get this amazing Thoth card who is full of knowledge and wisdom. So that's what you need to do. And because it's Thoth, I feel like you need to connect back to the ancient teachings. Not that you have to learn ancient teachings, but like light activation healing, most of you probably don't know, but it stems from ancient teaching. That is the basis of the healing. And so we are very connected to Egypt. That's why we travel there all the time. Peru, the Mayans, all these sacred geometry, it's all about light activation, okay? So we have these amazing deities that we work with, and we get this amazing information. Okay, so if I read these two and then this one ties it together, it's the passion card. And so what I'm hearing is, well, what does it say? Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Okay, that's talking about your career. That's talking about your love for life. That's talking about being your truth and why you're here. So you can be here and just play around. And when I say this, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm hearing. You can just play around and just play around with life, and that's cool to play around. But if you want to really get serious with it, you need to get serious with it, and you're being encouraged to do so. So that's only the first row. Let's move to the second. So I'm going to read these two and see how they work together, and then this one's going to tie it together. So, Bridget, caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. And then Archangel Michael comes in and says, you can do it. And then the last card is Archangel Michael, and it says, remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So this is very clear to me right here. So here it says the caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. And that's where I'm getting you. It's like where you make your excuses, where you, oh, but this, oh, but that, oh, but this. And that is what is creating this caution. That is what's creating the stopping of doing what you're meant to do. Okay, because it's just your thoughts that are getting in the way of you just saying, you know what, I am powerful. I can do this. You can, you're very powerful. You just need to make the decision that you're going to do it. But playing around, you don't make the decision and then nothing happens. So it creates this stopping energy. But Archangel Michael comes in and says, you can do it. And he is serious as he comes in with this energy saying, you can do it. You can do it. There's no doubt you can do it. So as he comes in on the next card to just reaffirm everything, because he is Michael and he's coming back again to tell you, you can do it because you're a powerful, loving, and creative child of God, and you are very loved. So you are going to be protected. You can do it. You just need to get it together. And Archangel Michael also is an archangel, not only to help you with confidence and moving forward and helping you with guidance, but he really remembers your life purpose, and he will stick his foot up your butt to do it in a nice way. Okay, and so then the last column, again, we'll read the first two and see how they work together, and then the last one will tie it together. So we have Xana right here. And Xana says, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. Okay. And Mother Mary, nurture yourself. And she's holding her heart. And you know, here is what gets my attention is this heart. And here we are with the heart. Isn't it amazing how these cards work together? It's like they know. They send the most perfect messages. And so what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing this. And the last time I read this card, I did not even see this. But now I'm seeing this. And what I'm hearing is you are a reflection. Your life is a reflection of what you say it is, what you feel it is, what you do it is. So you just need to realign. You really just need to decide what is going to be truth from your heart. Be honest with yourself. Don't be in your head and let your head play little games and have you running around. Go in your heart and be honest with yourself. Spend some time in your heart of hearts, seeking yourself, seeking your truth, seeking your knowledge. It's like you let your head just play around with you and get you off from being what is in this heart of yours. And it's time to take it seriously. And Mother Mary says, nurture yourself. And she's pointing to your heart. Your heart. That's where the answers are. That's where the answers lie. And be truthful to yourself. And then Haniel comes in. And as you know, we had Haniel here with passion. And this message totally makes sense to the passion card of Haniel. And in this one, it says moon cycles. Notice how the moon cycles affect your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. So what I'm getting with this is to really get to know your heart again, get to know your cycles. What makes you tick? What brings you passion? What is a distraction? To really say, am I distracted today, or am I on target today? Am I being serious today? Am I making decisions? Because not making a decision is a decision, okay? And so you have to realize that what you're putting out there is affecting your everyday. And there's so much that you could bring to this world. There's so much more that you could be, that they don't want you not to experience that for yourself. So your heart is a big deal when it comes to your passion. You just need to seek the knowledge that's going to help you take those next steps, that it's going to be interesting enough to keep your attention and moving forward in what you want. You need to find a community or people that are on this forward movement that keeps it exciting for you. I see for you, getting bored and old school really doesn't work for you. And that might be some of the turnoff for you. You need an exciting group, an invigorating group, a forward moving group that will keep your attention and show you the highest, most powerful learning in a quick way. And that will be what really shakes you and gets your attention and gets you excited about doing that. I actually think my group really is described, that does describe my groups. So passion, remember who you are. That is a big one. Remember who you are, and watch your cycles, making sure that you're allowing yourself to come from your heart. This heart connection is really important with this passion. The knowledge is what's going to help you to really do it and move forward, and not letting your mind play little games with you, because Archangel Michael is here twice to tell you you can do it. You've got amazing energies here helping you. 2 Michaels, 2 Haniels. You've got Thoth and Mother Mary. You got Merlena, okay? You've got the heart energy. The only thing that's getting in your way is those distractions. If you move those distractions out and find a direction for yourself, you will be living a life of passion, color, truth, excitedness, success, happiness. You'll see your life completely open up to something even more amazing. So this is how you would do a 9-card spread. You put 3 different decks across, and then you read downwards. You take the 2 cards and read them together to make a story, and the last one ties it together. Once you do it for every column, then you can start talking across for these cards. You could even come across like this. You could come across like this. You can use the center one as the centerpiece of all of it. You can do it. These can be your guides. You just take time to work the energy. So you can just start the way that I did it, but then after that, you take some more time to work the energy and you get more messages. I love the 9-card readings. I could tell you all kinds of ways to do readings with these, but work with it. The only way you're going to get good at doing this and really feeling confident in your messages is if you do it. Okay, we are at 10 o'clock. I want to say who's going to win these decks. So let me just go through here and see. What I'm gonna do is slide up and down the chat room. So if you're on this webinar and you have not put your name in the chat room, put it in there now, because I'm gonna be picking some names. The first deck that I'm gonna be giving away is this Archangel Oracle deck. And if you hear your name, I need you to email me. This is my email. I just put the email in the chat room. If your name is called, I need you to email me with your name and address. If I do not have that, I cannot send your deck, and I will not chase you down. So if you won, you need to get a hold of me. And if you don't get a hold of me within like a week, then that's done. Done is done. Girl, I am a busy person. I will not chase you down. Please come get your decks. They want you. So let me slide up and down here and see who is the first deck that I get. And Amy, you get the Archangel deck. Amy, you get the archangel deck. So let me write that down. Oh, shoot. Ah, this is supposed to be in a box that I already packed. Okay, Amy. Amy gets the archangel deck. Okay, the next deck is the Ascended Master deck. Let's see who's getting the Ascended Master deck. Celia, you are getting the the Ascended Master deck. And all I'm doing, you guys, is sliding up and down the chat room. I'm not, and the first one that pops up when I slide and stop is the person. And the last deck that I have to give away tonight is the Messages from Your Angels. Messages from Your Angels goes to Christine. Christine, you get messages from the angels. You know what? Are these the same people that got readings tonight? Because that doesn't seem right, but if it is, that's kind of interesting. I think I did a reading for, did I do Amy? I don't remember. I know I did Celia and I know I did Christine, but it is what it is. Like I said, I was just sliding up and down the chat room. So I want to thank all of you for being here. I know it seems really fast, but I hope that by me talking through it and telling you how I'm doing it, that it gives you a little bit more insight on how you can read these cards for yourself a little better if you've already been reading them, maybe just seeing how somebody else reads them. And knowing that whenever you start talking through the readings, you start getting more information. So everybody go work, get a deck of cards, pick one every day, and start, like I said, be a divine messenger, you know? If you pick a card, and this is the second time I've seen this card, so she wants me to say it, Desiree, no, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options. Ask the angels to help guide and comfort you. Ask the angels to guide and comfort you. And you know what? Like if I had this card tomorrow, if people were coming to me and they were feeling bad, I would say, you know what? Ask the angels to guide and comfort you. So I want you guys, I'm going to ask you guys to pay it forward, okay? Draw a card every day. Read, say, hello, Isaiah. Feel the energy of that, Isaiah. How are you, Isaiah? What do you need to tell me, Isaiah? He says it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. And I'm watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. And so then I might go out for my day and somebody says, yeah, I just need a change. I just need a change. And you know, you could say, you know what? It's a good time for change. You really should think about doing that. That's a good idea. Change is good. And maybe they didn't really want change, but now that you mentioned it, make them think, yeah, what could I change? Be a divine messenger. Pick a card for yourself, connect with it in the morning, and then make that commitment to that angel. To ask that angel to walk with you and speak through you to whoever needs to hear it that day. And believe me, that angel will make sure that you're near somebody who needs that message. And I want you to know that you could change somebody's life. You could save somebody's life by simply passing on a simple message that you read that morning. Please pay it forward. The angels will love you for it. And not only that, when you start doing those kind of things, the angels are going to make sure that you are getting your messages, because they want to make sure that not only are you getting your guidance, but that you could help somebody else. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoyed it. And much love and many angel blessings to all of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I ask that once this goes up on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind just putting a comment on the YouTube channel and liking it, I'd really appreciate it, because that's how it starts getting passed around and seen by other people. And that just helps me, and it helps the angels get their messages out. And I just appreciate the help. So thank you so much, everybody. Many blessings, angel blessings, and good night.